sneakers go first come, right? And you were online, and you were number 37 online, and by the time you got in the store, size 9 was sold out, which is your size, and size 8.5 and 9.5 were also sold out, which you could deal with. And all they got left is a size 7 and 13.
Or 11.
You're buying one of those sneakers, right?
I swear to
You're
God.
buying one of those sneakers, and Mr. Collector is gonna resell it. You know what I mean?
Welcome Rex Hogan back.
Hey, I'm back, guys.
Welcome SoleStreet Sneaker Co.
Hey!
Both these gentlemen are alumni of the Supreme Lineup documentary.
Yes.
Sold out. That's what it was called. You gotta address it by its proper title.
Yep, sold out.
There's a lot of product on this table from today's drop.
Yeah.
They are clearly distracted by a ton of Supreme merch.
Yeah. Today was Mike Kelly Supreme collab day. They released 4 different t-shirts, 3 short, a long sleeve. There was a long sleeve work shirt, button up rayon short sleeve shirt. They had 2 hoodies as part of the collection. They had a set of 8 skateboard decks, which was kind of excessive. That was part of the collection. And you know, it's Supreme Thursdays. I'm a Supreme reseller, so I had to go pick up some stuff earlier today. You can ask anything you like. I just might not answer it.
Fair enough.
That's what I was saying. Smart man.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask what I believe the viewers would want to know. First question is, how often are sneakers or product backdoored?
Ooh, I mean, as a whole, everything that's hype, everything that has a dollar bill extra to make on it than what it sells for probably gets backdoored, you know what I mean? And, you know, that's if you're talking even in New York or as a country, I mean, I'm sure there are stores that backdoor all the time. From whether that be, you know, a guy that owns a store backdooring it for the good of the store, for convenience and the good of the store to make the store make their goals and make their meat, you know, or that be an entrepreneurial manager at a Foot Locker, the Foot Action that, you know, slides a couple extra pairs to the side and doesn't add them to the raffle. I mean, all that shit's backdoor when you're making $1 off it, you know what I mean? And I'm sure that happens to everything, man, everything. You could probably get pork pot belly pigs backdoored for a little bit, you know, if you needed a certain amount.
So would you say you're the top reseller in New York?
No. I got a lot of brethren that do just as well as me, and I know people that do, you know,
big volume.
Yeah, big volume. I'm a small potato, man. I'm a small potato. I do okay by myself, you know what I mean? The kids got clothes on their back, and their mothers got, you know, food on the table for them, you know. But aside from that, you know, I'm a humble man.
Are there teams when it comes to resale?
Yes and no. I mean, look, I can only speak for New York, what I know in New York. You know what I mean? Like the guys out here. I mean, when you out here on the lines, on every line of every release with the same, you know, a core of 40, 50 resellers in New York, you know what I mean? Of that, maybe 20 of them might be what you call elite or so, right? But we're still seeing these guys. Every time there's somewhere to make $1, no matter whether it's Preem or Sneaker or Kith or fucking pop up with Kylie Jenner lipsticks, no matter what it is, you know, if there's somewhere to make $1, there's a core group of guys in New York that are gonna be there for that $1 ticket. Don't matter what it is, right? It's gonna be found out, and we're gonna be there to make that $1. So when you on the line and you're around the same group of guys every single day, even though we each run our own separate businesses, you build a camaraderie. So are there teams? Yes and no. You know what I mean? I got guys that I'm at every release with. I got guys that I share all my confidential information with. Like if I find out they're releasing all
I'm not one of them.
I love you though. If I find out they're releasing right now, I got a group of guys in a group chat that I'm texting, yo guys, get down there, let's go. And those are guys that are my friends first, and whether they get there before me and snag a pair before I can get there, whether that happens or whether they don't get it or whatever, it doesn't affect our friendship. And we're a team in that aspect because we're going after the product as a team.
I'm sorry, it always affects our friendship because I've hated you like 17 times.
But you always come back to Papa. So
that sounded whack, man. Hey man, what? No the fuck.
You know, in that aspect, we're a team, but you know, we don't sell as a team. Like we don't share customers, we don't share selling resources, we don't share profits by any means anyway. You know what I mean? Now, if somebody hits me up for, you know, I got this hoodie in the XL, and I know my boy Brandon got it in a medium, and somebody hits me up for a medium, and I know I can get a good price for that hoodie. You know what I mean? I'll try to buy his off him. You know what I mean? Maybe tack $1 on if I think that customer is gonna pay enough. But even if I can't tack $1 on just to make that customer happy, and because that's my boy, I'll sell his item for him to my customer. You know what I mean? And give him all that. But it's not a resell team. It's just a group of friends that are like-minded and chasing the same goal. So we wind up grouping up for these releases.
So how does it work when you go out of state?
Oh, out of state can get messy. I mean,
told you.
Out of state can get messy, man. And I personally, I got 5 kids, so like
I ain't trying to get
the
stabbed,
stresses of me.
OT.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get stabbed. I'm not trying to get robbed. I'm not trying to get bullied. I'm not trying to get, I'm a good person. I'd like to stay that way. But
how does that work?
I don't go unless it's a sure fucking thing and there's enough profit in it for me.
Like,
I'm not going out of state to get one pair of sneakers.
You gotta tap in. You can't just pull up in somebody else's backyard thinking you running shit. Like, period, point blank.
What do you mean by tap in?
Tap in. Like, what I've done, all right, I can only speak for me personally. So, for instance, I went to a drop out in California, right? I knew basically I'm not from California, right? So, more or less, I hit up somebody that I knew from California that I knew was gonna be at said drop to basically make sure that I was Gucci. It ain't about no being scared.
No.
It ain't about you being a bitch. It ain't about you being like, it's just about respect. Like, when you go OT, all it takes is one phone call, one text message. Really, if you popping up on social media, one post on social media. Hey, look, I'm gonna be in such and such. I like to tap in with some of the locals, some of the natives. Maybe you can show me around. Sometimes if you OT and they see you OT, they don't want to see nothing bad happen to you, especially coming into their backyard. So they want to basically make a good impression on whoever is coming down or whatever, because they want to make sure that it's return and repeat business. Because like you said, at the end of the day, we all just trying to make some money. You feel me? Whether it's off a basketball athlete or you know what I'm saying? We just want to, y'all all money.
Athlete.
Yeah, well, but you get what I'm saying though. Like, so it's about bread. But when you go out of town and there's certain releases and stuff, and you gotta like leave from your comfort zone, it's just like anywhere else. If you went to somebody's house, you would ask them the rules before you just sparked up. You wouldn't just sit down on their couch and just kick your fucking shoes off. So it's the same way when you go out of town and go to these stores. Don't think because you popping in New York or because you popping in wherever you from that the other person don't know these streets way better than you, because guess what? They live there. I got a kid. I ain't trying to have no shit, so I'd rather tap in and show some respect where I'm going. Like I said, it's just respect. It's a respect factor. Honor amongst thieves, if you want to call it that. I'm gonna be down there with my peoples. We're gonna be probably like 10 deep. I don't know how many people you
What
coming
Rack
with.
says makes a lot of sense.
Like,
and I agree with it, but it wouldn't do it.
Oh, you wouldn't do it? Why?
Cause that gives people from out of town.
Shit,
New Yorkers have a bad.
Well, y'all do. I ain't from New York.
All right, Ohio. New Yorkers have a bad. We got a bad rep when it comes to going out of town for releases lately. Yeah, it has been. Things been bad.
No, bro, y'all just went down to Atlanta and it was fine.
Yeah, fine. But look at Chicago.
That's because motherfuckers was wilding.
Yeah, it was bad.
Who went out there? Hold on, real quick. Hold on. We just gonna have a conversation and we're gonna pretend like, look at who went to Chicago.
Yes.
Look who went to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at what happened down in Virginia.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was bad too.
Okay. But what I'm trying to say is, all that shit that happened in Chicago, you didn't have none of them issues in Atlanta or Virginia.
But it's still everybody out of town just pulls that together as the New York niggas. As the New York guy.
That's true, but what I'm saying is y'all not like that when
I know.
it depends
that's
on.
why I can't tell nobody no more. I can't. They ruined it. I'm not. Because
So
then
just gonna
if I
show
tell,
up?
yeah, I'm just coming. Cause I'm coming. I'm respectful. I'm nice.
But they know you pulling up.
Yeah.
So what harm is you doing saying that you pulling up? If you blow down
I'll tell
to
you
some
the harm
motherfuckers that
right
don't
now.
fuck with you,
If I call,
blow
if there's
down
a
on your
release,
ass.
if there's a release Saturday in Virginia right now, right? And I said to myself, yo, guys, the sneakers coming out first. Come over there. Nobody got that word yet. We got to go down there and kill that shit, right? If I start calling my homeboys that I know in Virginia, like, yeah, we on our way down there. You know what the homeboys I know in Virginia gonna do? Even though they friends, I know these guys, right? They're confidants and not co-workers, but whatever, we're acquaintances in the same business, right? These guys are gonna make sure now that they get themselves and all their friends at that store before we get
and that's cool, but at the same time,
first you last. I wake up and piss excellence, Racks.
That's cool, and you know what? No one can touch my stuff. I've never missed a fucking drop. I'm gonna say it just like that, okay?
Yes.
And what I'm also saying is he is right too, but that's when it come in to depend on what kind of drop you dealing with, and the type of people you dealing with. I don't deal with seedy ass, crab in a bucket ass motherfuckers. So therefore, we all gonna eat, or ain't nobody gonna eat.
Yeah.
You get me? So I don't know how he play his hand when he be playing, but all I'm saying is I ain't never had no problem calling and tapping in and getting what I needed. That's all I'm gonna say.
And right after a drop, and people are posting on social media that they have so much product.
Like I'm about to do right now.
Is that a smart move?
Look, it's a couple ways you got to think of it, right? You got to think of it as what kind of person are you? There's many different facets to that, right? The first one that I think of just being from the street is that who follows me that I know, you know what I mean, is me posting all this shit, gonna put a price tag on my head of my vehicle, and now somebody don't want to break into my car, run in my crib, you know what I mean, or anything like that. Like, is this putting a price tag on me, and is it a bad idea for me to post all this shit and let people think that I have, because it's always, everybody's gonna think it's 10 times crazier than whatever it is. So do I want that kind of target on my back? That's the first thing you gotta think of. Second thing you gotta think of is how you acquired that product. Now, like, let's say I bought 40 pairs of something Backdoor out of a store in New York, right? I'm not gonna then sit there and post 40 pairs of that sneaker, you know, on Instagram early, because now the limited sneakers is only a handful of places you can get them, and people start doing math and calculating, and you can kind of figure out like, oh, this store didn't really sell out, that store did. So now I'm fucking myself by putting 40 pairs of something on Instagram early, because now all these little hating crab in the barrel motherfuckers, like he was referring to, are gonna try to figure out what it is, what store I got them from. Oh, how much did he pay Backdoor? Let me go in there and try to fuck up that loop. Start hating. All sorts of shit could happen. So I would never do that unless it was like after release date, unless I know I got them from somewhere where it's completely ironclad and it can never get back to me, or the person don't care. You know what I mean? There's a lot of factors in that. Sometimes I'll post something on Instagram, you know, woohoo, I got this shirt, and really I got 15 of those shirts, but I can't post 15 of those shirts because it look crazy to post 15 of those shirts. Nobody has 15 of those shirts. You can't get 15 of those fucking shirts. How I look like with 15 of those shirts? It's too hot.
And sometimes you can kind of like fuck up your credibility doing that shit too, because then it look like you being thirsty and trying to finesse niggas. Like,
yeah.
Or trying to finesse people. You get what I'm saying? So like, it's just good, like a happy medium of just like keeping it 100 and like showing product, but letting people know that you reputable when you really have it. That's just a matter of it. Like back, I'm gonna come all the way clean. Like back when it was still first come first serve, like down at Preem, we would all buy.
Good old days.
We would all buy shit. We would all put that shit on the car. Stack all that shit up.
Hell yeah.
Snap that pic, and then everybody would have like a variation of like the same thing, but Nick, motherfucker, people. I'm getting better at it. People knew that, A, I was really there. I really had the product in hand. And if I didn't have the product in hand, I was standing right next to somebody that had the product in hand. And I could still get it. So like, you don't want to...
Instagram is smoke and mirrors, man.
All right, well, let me ask Dre this.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's the hottest product right now?
And like, as a company?
Reselling, yeah.
Preem. Preem is still number one for me. Preem is still number one for me. They put out too much product, bro. Every week I get 30 items, you know what I mean? And everything isn't great. I now have a bigger fan base. So even the stuff that isn't great, I can usually sell a little bit of, you know what I mean? And that makes every week a Supreme viable for me. And whether that means it's a hot ass collab, or if it's a collab that's not so mediocre, or a bunch of inline regular shit, all the shit still sells out online instantly. Like, maybe some of the worst items, some of the pieces that aren't super hot, maybe they'll sit there for a day or two, but it's gonna sell out. And 90% of everything it does every week online, right? So even if it's in a store, it's still somebody in Michigan or Chicago or West Philadelphia, born and raised, that can't get that item. So you know what I mean? Even though it's an inline regular item that doesn't have much resale, a lot of those people come to me to, you know, resell it to them, because I still charge them for something. It's still a service I'm providing, you know what I mean?
How do you know what's good, what's hot?
So social media helps with that now a lot. You know what I mean? What gets reposted the most? What are people's responses? How many likes am I getting if I post a picture? If I put something in there, how many DMs am I getting about, you know, yo, how much for this, how much for this? Like these little stupid things. I probably have between text messages and DMs over 100 fucking messages and DMs about these.
And what is that?
It's a scale. It's a Supreme AWS digital scale. I knew this was hot because, you know, as soon as it was announced that it was releasing this week, you know what I mean? As soon as the leaks came out saying it was dropping this week, I had probably 100 different inquiries about that item. You know what I mean? And the funny thing is I'm gonna wind up selling one of the racks here. But other than that, the other 4 are going in my closet, in my bin, and hopefully I can get more, and they'll go in my closet, in my bin. Like, I'm not selling these right now.
Talk more about that.
I mean? So like, all right, right now, yeah, because right now, these guys are $36 a pop, right? So you figure the 4, they not 36 for you. These guys are $36 a pop, right? So you figure the 4 of them would have been to it $160 here, right? For these little joints, 40, right? 40 bucks, 36, whatever. I'm into it for 100 something else. I can sell them right now for, you know, maybe between $150 to 200 each, right? What? But I could also just put it in my closet, and I guarantee you in 4 or 5 years I can probably sell these for $400 or $500 a pop. And that's not saying they're going to be worth $400 or $500 a pop, but this is an item I'll be able to sell for $400 or $500 a pop.
This is you just guessing though.
Yeah, this is all speculation. Yes, okay. yes. 100% speculation. And sometimes speculation can be wrong. I mean, they can not sell out of this all week, and then they can restock it 3 more times in the season, and then this thing is going to be, you know, a paperweight to the general public. But I still have enough faith in the fact that my $160 investment could get me way further in the future than it can right now.
It's going to get you more than $160, definitely.
Well, that can give me more than $160 right now.
Again,
but,
all speculation.
Yeah. But I'm pretty confident in that fact that I can get more for these in the future, and then the demand will be there. And then also think of it as like, I'm doing okay this week. Like, you know what I mean? The kids is fed, the bird got food in this little cage, and like, you know, I have food on the table. I got gas in my tank this week, so I don't really need that $160. I'm good. You know what I mean? But there might be a week come, you know, next year where I'm broke and I need extra money, and like, all right, bet 2, 4, 6, 8, bang them off. Peace. Even if I'm getting the same 200. This is a savings account right here. That's in my savings. That's a certificate of deposit.
Now, I agree with you on that. But in terms of your return, that flux on, because I done bought shit and I didn't think it was worth anything. Wore it, kept it,
And then it wound up being worth it.
And then it wound up being worth the fucking chicken. And when it was like, for instance, when
I got the reseller brain though.
I know, but I be having like, to me, okay, see, that's what I'm saying.
He's got the collective brain.
And that's why I say, to me, when people be saying, well, Rex, you are a reseller, and I be like, but I'm really not, because the way I differentiate and will justify is completely different than the way that this man would differentiate and justify. To him, and I'm not trying to play you right now, to him, the difference of $10 to $50 on an item will determine who it goes to. Whereas with me, it will, it has. Yeah. You fucker.
My bad.
Yeah, it's okay. But what I'm saying is, whereas like with me, I agree with him. Like I buy shit and I buy two of shit. I buy, 2 or 3, and people think that I'm buying them to flip her. But a lot of times I use the shit and I know that later on down the line, I'm not gonna pay someone $400 for it. So I'll buy 2 on the strength that I'm gonna use 1.
Right.
I know that things have a shelf life, and that eventually it's gonna run out. Or like for instance,
or it's a good bargaining chip for future items.
Yeah, and then with me, and that's another thing. With me, a lot of this stuff, and I just speak again from the standpoint of like the collector, seller, collector, reseller, whatever you want to call it. That's what you want to categorize me as. But like, I'll buy some shit with the aspects of getting some new shit. So for instance, this, like I said, if it's worth $200 to Dre, and it's worth $300 to you, I'm gonna try to get Dre to basically let me get it for $150, and then hold it over your head to get something that's worth $700 to me.
I sold a sneaker a week or 2 ago, and in hopes I was like, all right, because like I have a long, terrible history with the Fragment Jordan 1. I had it, I lost it, I got it, they stole it. That Fragment has escaped me my whole life, and I found one for like $1,500, and I was like, I'm not paying $1,500, but I had something that was worth $1,500, so I sold that. And then when I went to go buy the Jordan 1 Fragment, I said, damn, this $1,500 look nice in my pocket. Right. Fuck that shit. And I still want that sneaker, but I can't pay $1,500 for a sneaker. Good Lord.
Or
I could have a sneaker that's worth $1,500 on my feet, fuck it up, destroy it. I have 2 pairs if I pay retail for it, but I can't pay $1,500. My mama would look at me like I was stupid.
Just because it's hype and what the internet say, don't mean it is hype and what people want to buy. So I'll give you a prime example. Everybody was on their North Face jackets. Oh, foil! Oh my God! Gold, bronze, silver. The silver's fucking fire,
That was an awesome 2 hours. That
morning.
morning.
My God! Bruh,
tanked.
Them coats is going for under retail now. One of my homies paid the high. He asked my opinion, and this is what I said to him. How much do they want? This number. I wouldn't pay that. Well, why wouldn't you pay that? Because you're not gonna get anywhere near that after you wear it and try to sell it. Like, that's my brain about it. Like, if I wear something, or if I pay something, or even if I get it retail, let's say I don't have no problems with the fair tax. I don't mind paying a little over for some shit if I really want it. Because the way I look at it is I'd rather pay this much than to pay that much. Yeah. That somebody else is asking.
Somebody put their time into getting it.
So like
time you didn't have to get it.
So like, I don't mind that. I don't like to get taxed. Period. I don't care if it's him, Jesus. I don't care. I don't like taxing. So like, but what I'm saying is, so like, for instance, the fair tax, I pay a little over, but like, if I buy this, basically I know that I'm not gonna be able to sell this after I pay for it. But if I buy this, I know that I can wear this until I'm tired of it. It was a collab, and I know that somebody out there wanted this shit that didn't get it. And if I take care of it well enough and keep it cool, I can get close to what I pay, even if I pay a little over for it. I'm still gonna pay and have my money back to be able to go back and pay and buy this one.
Yep. That Supreme pinball machine, right? Like, that is an amazing item. That is the craziest, biggest thing Supreme has ever made, right? To date, right? It is crazy. It is worth whatever somebody's damn near willing to pay for it. You know what I mean? I can see somebody paying $100,000 for that at some stupid auction. What? 5 years from now, 100%. No, bro, that auction house that just did that crazy Supreme accessories collection, bro. Some of those things, that stupid Hermes trade went for like $1,700, and I can't find mine. I think my son took it. Tyler, if I find that in the crib, it's gonna be a problem.
I had the stress balls. Didn't they go for like 15?
Crazy money, stupid money, ridiculous money that it's not worth, right? But somebody paid that, right? I can see that machine going for $100,000 somewhere, someday, right? And not all that far away, right? But now, if you bought that machine for $11,202, which is the retail roughly, right? And you have somebody that was willing to give you $35,000, $40,000 for that machine in that first week, you need to take that, B, because it is not a good risk, a good gamble to hold that machine, right? Because even though one can sell for $100,000 in 3 years at an auction, right? Or whatever. Stadium Goods, the only place that accepts Supreme stuff, can have one listed for $50,000-$60,000, and that can be damn near a deal and everything that thing is worth. It's still not easy to find someone to give you that kind of money for that thing. You know what I mean? Especially the further it goes away from being the hot thing in the spotlight. It's still always an awesome item. You walk into somebody's crib and see that shit. It's like, motherfucker, you ain't telling me about Supreme Pimple G.
You're basically playing the stock market.
Yeah, it is 100%. It's speculations. It's you buy into it and you speculate on when it's going to be at its best, so you can drop it at its best. And sometimes it gets to a really good number and you don't sell. And then a week later that number went down. It's like, fuck, I should have sold back then. And now you're in a whole nother bind mentally, because now it's like, damn, it did sell for $1,000. So should I wait for it to get back up there? Is it going to get back up there? Is this dip only momentarily? Is Kanye West going to wear it tomorrow?
Right.
Like, a lot of factors, a lot of things can factor in. Or am I going to be able to pluck that one great sale? Because a lot of this reselling stuff and a lot of where I do my best is plucking really great sales out there. You know what I mean? Selling things for numbers that they're
really not
supposed to go for. I don't want to say it's not worth that, because it's worth whatever that person needs it for. You don't know what that person needed it for. Maybe him buying it for that stupid number because it was right there. He needed that thing for the night because someone so-and-so needed it, and that got him so-and-so. So it's a lot of variables that can work into this, but like, it's a big part of it.
Do you ever see yourself retiring from this game?
I would love to retire from this game, man. Dead ass, man. I mean, look, everybody in this resale game, and there's a lot of New York resellers. New York is a great place. There's wonderful people and there's terrible people, because there's so much people. We got a lot of it, and there's wonderful people in this reselling thing that I really enjoy, and there's terrible people that I'm ashamed to be called a reseller because they're also called a reseller. You know what I mean? It's people scamming people and doing all sorts of crazy shit. So like, sometimes I'm embarrassed to be. I don't want to be at a nice cocktail party and have to explain to somebody I'm a reseller. Like, that shit just weird.
No,
like,
this the one. But, do you know so and so?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, dude, that's my homie. Oh well, they scammed me for like $5,000 on some Yeezys last.
Like, he's a scumbag. I'm sorry. But I'm with him on the line every day. Like, in all honesty, brands, labels, what up? I would love to like move into some sort of a consultant space, man. Like, I know better. Nike pays people for consultations on like their product and their releases and their drops, and Supreme might not, because Supreme really doesn't give a fuck. But like, a lot of companies pay people for this consultation work, and like, yo, who knows this shit better than me, B? I've been out here for a long time doing this shit. Like, I want to move into a consultation space in a perfect world. You know what I mean? Now, if that happens, I don't know. Will I always be reselling some stuff like between eBay or StockX?
But if I were to play devil's advocate,
yeah,
don't you think that some of these brands are afraid that you might leak information?
Oh, of course, and that's why like my part of that comes into, you know what I mean? Everybody that's ever dealt with me knows how, I'm a good person. I'm a good dude. I don't do scumbag shit on any level. Like, I don't leak things I'm not supposed to. There's things I know about different releases right now that I won't say nothing until like the time is right. You know what I mean? I know how to keep my mouth shut, and I know how to do what benefits me at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But that's why it's hard to break into that field. It's not like, Adidas and Nike's knocking at my door. You know what I mean? Especially because there's the stigma of a reseller. But honestly, like, we know what it is.
Dre, Rax, I gotta thank you guys, because this is insightful conversation.
Thank you.
Hopefully you can come back, because I feel like this is interesting and very.
We can make it a weekly Q&A.
Where's whatchamacallit?
Comments.
SoleStreet Sneaker Co.
Yes.
Rax Hogan.
Make sure y'all tune in for Get in Line next week. I will be down at the Supreme Comme des Garçons drop to see if I can get a hoodie and a t-shirt for under $500. So tune in for that. Shout out to my homie Tony for always having me through. Shout out to SoleStreet for pulling up. And I'm gonna let Tony take us home.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. We out of here.
Peace.